The second wave of feminism refers to a period of feminist activism and thought that began in the early 1960s and lasted through the late 1980s. It built on the gains of the first wave of feminism, focused primarily on women's suffrage and legal rights in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, but expanded its goals to include broader issues of equality and personal empowerment. Key features and goals: focus on social and cultural inequalities, advocated for equality in workplaces, education, and within families, challenged societal norms around gender roles and expectations, issues of reproductive rights, access to contraception and safe, legal abortion were central issues. The movement led to landmark rulings like Roe v. Wade, 1973, in the U.S. addressing gender-based violence, efforts to bring attention to domestic violence, marital rape, and sexual harassment, establishment of women's shelters and crisis centers, equal pay and employment rights, sought legislation to eliminate wage gaps and employment discrimination based on gender. Recognition of intersectionality. Although initially criticized for being predominantly white and middle class, the movement gradually embraced more inclusive perspectives, addressing the unique struggles of women of color, working-class women, and LGBTQ+ individuals. Prominent figures: Betty Friedan, author of The Feminine Mystique, 1963, and co-founder of the National Organization for Women, NOW. Gloria Steinem, journalist, activist, and co-founder of Ms. Magazine. Audre Lorde, poet and activist who highlighted the importance of intersectionality. Angela Davis, scholar and activist focusing on race, gender, and class issues. Milestones: Civil Rights Act of 1964, Title VII. Prohibited employment discrimination on the basis of sex. Formation of NOW, 1966, focused on achieving equality for women in law and society. The Miss America protest, 1968, drew attention to sexism and objectification in media and culture. Education Amendments Act of 1972, Title IX, prohibited gender discrimination in federally funded educational programs. Cultural impact. The second wave deeply influenced literature, art, and media by fostering feminist critique and creating space for women's voices. It paved the way for the development of fields like women's studies and feminist theory in academia. This wave laid much of the groundwork for modern feminism while also exposing the need for greater inclusivity, a key focus of the third wave of feminism in the 1990s.